Boxing fans, I've just heard Evander the real deal Holyfield, yep, the 4-time heavyweight champion of the world, who hasn't boxed since 2011. His last fight was against Brian Nielsen, which he won. Is considering a comeback at age 51. And I believe he has said that if Frank Warren can get him a license, he's more than happy to fight the unbeaten Gary Cornish. I think Gary Cornish is from the UK, so I guess that's where the connection is with Frank Warren, from what I understand. But a 51-year-old getting in the ring and boxing after having, 2011, 2012, 2014, 3 years out, inactive. I don't know. And Evander Holyfield's boxing skills have deteriorated so much. Like, even in 2011, you could see that. I still feel that the fight against Valuev, where he outboxed our Valuev and did a better job on Valuev than David Haye did. In fact, it was Evander Holyfield that showed the blueprints how to beat Valuev. And he was blatantly robbed in that fight. I think had Holyfield won that world title and regained that version of the world title, I think it would have been a different story. Why they robbed him, I don't know, boxing politics. But more disturbing for me is that I followed Evander Holyfield's career for many years, and I want to go to his religious or spiritual connection with the church. Now, Evander Holyfield, throughout his long career, we all know he was a multi-millionaire. I think he had some around 300 million or something like that. And his pastor, I don't know if it's still his pastor, Creflo Dollar, is still in the business of preaching and, with, I can't remember the name of his ministry again, but Creflo Dollar Ministry, let's put it this way, with his wife Taffy. And to cut a very long story short, Evander's given a hell of a lot of money to the church. I'll say he's giving it to God. Now, if Evander Holyfield now is in a tight situation, which I assume he is in, his pastor, if Evander is sheep and his pastor is a shepherd, then clearly his pastor would have said some words to Evander to advise Evander about his career. Even more so if Evander Holyfield's in debt. I don't know if his pastor, if Creflo's had any words with him about it. But if a 51-year-old is having to go back in and fight because of money issues, and his pastor, Creflo Dollar, hasn't offered to help out in one way or the other. I mean, let's put it this way, Creflo's comfortable. He's more than comfortable. I believe Creflo's got his own private jet as well. So it's just sad to see someone like Evander Holyfield, a great heavyweight, having to now step back in the ring at 51 years old. And when you hear the story of Joe Louis, and how he was caught up in all debts and, from what I understand, died a pauper, Evander's contributed so much to the sport. And I just think that, I don't know what there is in terms of boxing to help fighters like this, but I think the moral of this story is that the Boxing Board of Control should implement or to set up financial advisors. Not ones that are going to rip money off of fighters, but are going to teach them how to manage their money properly and to make wise investments. And Evander Holyfield was 300 million. You tell me now he's having to go into Celebrity Big Brother. I mean, Evander in his heyday wouldn't have done something like that. And now he's going to try and get back in the ring at 51 years old. Maybe that's just me being overcritical, but I don't know. My thoughts are, Evander shouldn't get back in the ring at 51, but if it's a matter of debts, then you have to do what has to be done. And on this topic of debts, I understand Antonio Tarver's another. And more recently, I've understood, don't know how true this is, that Malik Scott, who recently got stopped in a round and has been interviewed many times by Baylor TV, has got money issues as well. I don't know how true that is. And if you have got money issues in the sport of boxing, I don't know whether you become a slave to the sport in terms of, well, you no longer can dictate what you want to do in your career because you haven't got the money, and you probably get paid more money to lose than you would to win, because the boxing authorities or the management of these people who are paying you would rather see their fighter on the up, move up the ladder and earn more money, and pay you off short term so they can have a long term investment. So I don't know, those are a few things to consider and thoughts to have. And these fighters that are taking out these loans with boxing promoters and managers or whatever, I don't know the ins and outs of that, but how secure, how safe is it to take a loan out of these people? And people know of loan sharks and how they put interest on top of things. I just don't know. I don't know. Where's the legislation or to say to protect fighters who take out these loans, and have to take a ludicrous amount of fights to pay it back? I don't know. Let me know what you guys and girls listening think, and let me know what you think about the new camera. I'm just getting used to it. It's an HD Microsoft live cam. I'm still getting used to using it. It does focus in and out at times, so this is just one of the videos I'll be doing. Let me know what you think. I'm out.